Hi everyone, and welcome to Returning Home Yoga with Jeanette. I'm Jeanette, and today we're going to practice a restorative pose called Goddess. Very amazing posture for opening the front body, for relaxing, and for really nourishing all the reproductive organs in the body. So if you have yoga props, you might want to go and get your bolster, maybe some cushions from the couch. If you have yoga blocks, they might be helpful, and if you don't, then you might just get a couple of thick books. I've got Diana Gabaldon's two first ones, which are very iconic books. Loved reading those. And if you have an eye pillow to cover the eyes, you might want to have that handy as well. And if you don't have a bolster, if you have a nice thick pillow from your bed, this actually works really, really well for opening the front body. So I'll start with it for showing you how to set up. If you're using the pillow, you'll just be placing it onto your mat or onto the floor, wherever you're practicing. You would use your cushions to support your head. And you'd position your body either right onto the pillow or just right at the edge of it. Always before you settle into any restorative pose, it's a really good idea to take an inhale to lengthen the spine. And then to use your hands to help lower yourself onto the props. Now for Goddess pose, you can either have your legs straight, if that's your preference, and you might place a rolled blanket or towel under your knees, or you bend your knees, place the foot soles together, and let the legs open outward. Now if you choose this position, that's where your yoga blocks or your books will come in handy. You utilize them to support the legs. With restorative postures, you really want to make sure that your body is fully supported so that it can relax into the pose without having to work. Your arms then find a position away from the body in a way that the palms could be open and facing upward. Now you probably noticed that I have a scarf on and a long sleeve shirt. Really important that you're warm for restorative poses as your body does relax as you settle into them. I also highly recommend the use of a blanket on your hips, belly, and thighs. And you might actually have an extra blanket to fully cover yourself up. Now, restorative poses are held anywhere from usually 5 to 15 minutes. And a pose such as this is really nice to settle into for at least 10 minutes if your body is comfortable in it. If you're using yoga props themselves, such as the bolster and the yoga blocks, I'll show you how to set that up. It's pretty much the same. Well, actually it is a little different, if the truth be known. You can actually utilize the yoga blocks to elevate your bolster so you're more on an incline. Now, there's all sorts of shapes of bolsters, cylindrical, rectangular, and a longer rectangular one like this. You support it up on the blocks. Let's move that in a little closer. And And depending on your body, you might have your sacrum right up touching the bottom of the bolster. You might need to have a little bit of space. And whatever it is, it's perfect for your body. You might here, with your legs in the bent butterfly bound angle shape, butterfly also known as bound angle or cobbler, you can use the cushions to support your legs instead of the books. And if you have the bolster but no blocks, you can use books to elevate it. The inhale lengthens the spine. And the exhale, using those helping hands to lower onto the bolster. And taking as much time as you need to adjust so that your body is very, very comfortably positioned. The blanket can then rest on your belly, hips, and thighs. That really helps to ground and to relax the body, calming the nervous system. You might discover that your head, when it's resting on the bolster, actually does something like this, where it's really tilted. It has quite an arch in it. And if you find that that's the case, you might use a rolled towel or a blanket just to support the neck and head and to help the neck stay in a straighter position, something like this. And of course, if you have your eye pillow, feel free to rest it upon your eyes. And your arms, once again, coming away from the body, a distance that feels appropriate for your shoulders. And of course, your arms. The fingers curl in towards the palms. First fingers and thumbs lightly touch in Yana Mudra, encouraging the body to relax and to soften into the supports beneath it. Restorative postures are an awesome way for the body to let go into a deep state of relaxation without doing anything but being held and supported. So as you find your way into this position, settle in. You'll be here for about 10 minutes. However, having said that, know that if your body needs to shift or come off the props prior to that 10 minutes, know to honor the request of the body. That is very, very important for you to do what your body needs to do for comfort. We do use a breathing technique, and the one we'll use today is the abdominal breath. It's a breath that's very powerful for calming anxiety, calming the nervous system. And we simply rest attention down into the abdomen, around the belly button region, breathing in and out through the nostrils unless there's some reason that that's not possible, such as congestion or some other reason that nose breathing doesn't work for you. But each inhale invites the breath to find its way into the abdomen expanding. And each exhale, feel how the abdomen softens, relaxes into the spine. Inhaling, feel the breath expanding the belly into a small balloon. And each exhale, the belly softening as all the air deflates from it. As you continue to breathe the abdominal breath, know that you might still drift into thought. Know that you might fall asleep, and if you do, that's perfectly fine. My experience has been that the body will take any opportunity to rest if it's in a very exhausted state. Whenever you discover that you are in are in thought, just return again and again to the breath. The breath continually guiding the body into a deeper and deeper state of relaxation. The breath, the constant in our life. And when we work with restorative postures or when we practice restorative postures, the breath is so powerful to keep us out of our mind and again to calm and relax the nervous system. So coming to the breath once again. Each inhale an invitation for expansion into the belly. Each exhalation an opportunity for the body to relax. You may wish to count the length of your inhalations, the length of your exhalations. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. You might use the word Om. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Remembering that it's important not to force the breath at any time. Just allowing the breath to expand to its current capacity. And the exhales to arrive to whatever length they're currently at. Find that your inhalations and exhalations are the same length. Only then, once they're the same length, invite your exhale to become maybe 1 or 2 counts longer than the inhale. Finding that your inhale is longer than your exhale, that's okay. Just at some point, the breath will find its equal rhythm. Hmm, 3 more rounds of abdominal breath. Long, slow inhalations long, slow exhalation. When your 3 rounds of breath complete, very slowly with helping hands, bring your legs together. Might use an in-breath to make that move. And begin to straighten your legs out in front of you. And if you find there's props there, just sliding them out of your way. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose. A nice big sigh. Roll the legs towards each other, away from each other. Just 2 or 3 times, nice and slow. From there, removing your blanket if it's on your hips, belly, thighs. Bend your knees. And slowly roll off your props to one side. Letting your head be supported by an arm or a cushion or a pillow. We pause here, taking a couple of rounds of breath. Very slowly on the exhalation and with helping hands, please guide your body into a seated position. Taking a few moments for the body to assimilate to this new shape. On an inhale, let's sweep the arms out and up. Exhaling to heart. Thank you for joining me in practicing the Restorative Goddess pose. I wish you an amazing rest of your day, evening, and until next time, namaste.